Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to more WoW leveling. Folks, it's the Midsummer Fire Festival again, that's right. Which means it's time to fly around and put out fires, and light fires. So, much like every year, I always level during the Midsummer Fire Festival. It's just a great event, man. It's one that I always remember. Hold on, let me dance around the maypole thing or whatever it's called, right? It's the maypole, the ribbon dance. Oh, the ribbon pole. I think it's called the maypole, though. But yeah, I do this every year. It's fun to just fly all around, get the fires, and, yeah, wait, does this get... Oh, it's experience from killing monsters goes up. So let's just go ahead, get some experience, and away we go. And I have all of the handy note fires all over the place. However, I pretty much know where, most of them are. Wait, I don't think there's... Oh, wait, yeah, that's right, there's one there. Okay, I'm like, I pretty much know where they all are. Wait, what's this one? Yeah, I know where that one is. So, anyway, how's it going? It's the heart of summer right now. Everyone's dealing with a heat wave as of, you know, the recording of this video. You might be watching this years later, like, heat wave. Maybe the Earth is frozen over in a few years, you know? Who knows? But as of right now, the Earth is boiling. So yeah, let's go put this out real quick. And but yeah, the Midsummer Fire Festival has always been one of my favorite holidays. And I don't really know why. I think there might be a few reasons why, if I had to guess. One is my birthday's in July, so I'm like a, you know, summertime child. Summertime child. And then, you know, when you're younger, you're out of school, right? You can play games, you can do all that stuff. So I always have a lot of good memories from summer. And then with World of Warcraft specifically, I always really liked the Midsummer Fire Festival because I enjoyed that you would just go around all the zones and explore and, you know, light the fires, put out the fires. But that's not really the point. The main point is you get to go around and explore. And that's always been my favorite part of World of Warcraft, right? Like, it's why I make most of the videos that I make. Because I love exploring this world, man. Like, it's my favorite video game world, so I love to just see all the little things all over the place. And then, you know, plenty of times you find stuff that you didn't even know existed. And that's always my favorite. Even, like, I've went to pretty much every place in this game and scouted the areas for stuff and looked around, but even then, there's still times where I go to a place I've already scouted, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna find something else here, and I'll find something else, and I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. I almost said you gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy. Yeah, I love it. All right, so let's go down here. In fact, I just made my most recent video about Immersion, and that was an interesting one because there's still some people in that video that are like, why are you bashing retail? I wasn't even bashing retail, man. I was literally talking about immersion. Just because I don't find retail WoW as immersive as classic WoW doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. It's just like some people in like this current environment are just like so charged up in like anger or ready to fight or just like negativity. And it's like, dude, I'm just talking about like some things that I noticed that I think might impact my immersion levels. That's it. I wasn't like, this game sucks, it's for babies. Like, bro, I literally play retail WoW every week. I still play it all the time. Like, I don't know. All right, let's... Ooh, actually, should I go... No, I'll go to Tanar's. So, I don't know, because then other people were like, oh, well, you probably like classic WoW because of nostalgia. And I'm like, I don't think it's because of nostalgia. Because I quite literally have played classic WoW, like... 7 years ago, and then I played it again for classic hardcore to max level last year. So like there's definitely something about it, and I talk about a lot of it in my video, which I imagine a lot of these people didn't even watch the video. They just saw the title of the video, listened to like 10 seconds, and were like, I'm gonna write a comment. That's genuinely what like half the internet is, maybe even more. Hold on, is this a is this a thing? Why is there nothing here? Did there used to be one here and they just removed it? On she guide you as you glide through the open sky. Dude, they just removed the fire. Yo, there's a giant head. That's the same head that's in Azshara, I believe. It's like some Night Elf Ruins thing. All right, over here. But yeah, my main point is, like, I'm not even trying to, like, bash one game or the other, say one's better than the other. Like, I enjoy both games for different reasons. And it's just that I was trying to figure out why I found one of them more immersive. And so the one of the main points I make in that video is friction. And to me, like, friction really does create immersion because, you know, for example, when you start out in World of Warcraft and you're just some random newbie nobody and you have no movement abilities, you got nothing. Ooh, I leveled up. Yo, I'm level 70 now. What the heck? We'll be max level in no time, right? Right? I'm just gonna throw it on there. Let's say, like, we just started out, right? You know, you're moving around. This is your only way of moving. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to get across Tanaris, and this is as fast as I can go, right? That's an element of friction. It's making it so it's gonna take as long as possible to get what you want done. And that can also be very, it can be very taxing on somebody. And I will say, when you're younger, you have more time to not care about that, right? Like, you have more time to be like, yo, I'm running across the desert, man. This is awesome. But when you do it nowadays, you're like, I need to go to work and pay my taxes. So I don't know if I want to spend all this time running across the desert. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't have as much time for that friction. But then what happens, right? Then you get aspect of the cheetah and it's like, oh, I'm going a little faster, right? Like, you're getting some movement abilities. Then what happened? Then you get a mount and you're like, oh, now I'm going like a lot faster. Then you get your epic mount. And then, you know, in the modern games, then you start flying. And then, you know, at one point you were walking slowly across Tanaris and now you're flying across the desert in like a span of 15 seconds, right? So that, I think my main point is when you have that initial period of friction and you're having to run across the desert, you have to see these bones and walk through the tornado and like try to dodge the mobs. That's creating an element of immersion because you feel like you're like, uh-oh, I'm in danger. That thing's going to hit me. Uh-oh, that thing might attack, right? But when you're just flying around, you're just flying over all of it. And you're just kind of like, all right, you know, you can look at your other monitor as you zoom across Tanaris, right? And, you know, that's not to say that it's wrong. I'm not trying to be like it's a wrong way to play the game. I'm just saying it creates that element of immersion or removes the element of immersion. And it's not the only thing, right? Like, I go over numerous different topics. You know, things like music play a role. Various, you know, things with lore. There's a whole bunch of things that play into the immersion. But, you know, you can go watch the video if you want to hear the whole thing. But I hate when I make an entire video dedicated to something where I'm like, I'm actually going to really think about this and, you know, like, you know, put in some effort and be like, here's some topics I thought up and like some things I want to discuss. And then you just get people that are like, it's just nostalgia. Or like, you hate the game, whatever. Like, and they're not even like paying attention to the things you're making. But, you know, again, that's like modern society where you might be like, interesting points you're bringing up. Shall we debate them? Like, nobody's going to do that. Nobody wants to do that. They just want to yell about shit. Let's see. Where's the other fire? Is that the only fire here? Maybe it is. Oh, yeah, because there's... Oh, wait, no. There's this one and this one. There it is. Okay. I'm not crazy. Whee! Put that out. Very good. Anyway, so yeah, I made that video. And you know what the thing is about some of these videos too is like, there's probably people out there like, oh, he's just making those videos to make money. He knows they're a bit... Genuinely, those videos make the least amount of money on my channel. Like, if I wanted to make money, I would just make pointless top 10s or compilations or tier list videos. Those make the most money. So, like, I have no reason to make an opinion piece, aside from the fact that I just want to share my opinion because I think it's fun. In fact, there's a motorcycle outside. In fact, I think the WoW GeoGuessr, I think, makes more money, if not the same money, as an opinion piece. And with an opinion piece, you need to, like, think stuff out. You need to like edit stuff together. You need to kind of script out some stuff. I never really write scripts for pretty much anything, but like, you know, when I do something like this, I'll write down. So for example, like what I did was I was like, okay, you know, friction is a topic. And so I'd write down like friction and be like, what elements of friction am I thinking of, right? And I'd like write all those like little bullet points down. So I don't really create a script, but I kind of do like little bullet points for me to, you know, bring up and remember in my head. So it's kind of like a bullet point script, I guess you could call it. But either way, I have to do that. And then sometimes I'll like do that whole segment and talk about it. And I'm like, actually, that didn't sound good. I kind of messed that up and it sounds weird, or I don't know what I was saying. And then I'll like redo it. Like it takes more work and you get less payoff for those opinion pieces. But I just want to share my opinion, you know? Or it's like I could just like play GeoGuessr for 40 minutes. Or make a wacky tier list. So like, I don't know. And I say all this, but I'm really just getting like, I'm getting one guide. It's not really one guide. It's like a couple guide. You know, because like the majority of people are actually like, that's interesting points, or like, here's my thing, or whatever. I'd say like 90% of people. Then there's like 8% that are just like, eh, and then there's like 1 or 2% that are just like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But you know, I've been doing this for nearly 20 years now, so I should be used to it, right? I mean, I have videos from like 17 years ago reading YouTube comments of people just being like, what are you talking about? This game sucks and you suck. You sound like a dumbass. All right, let's go. Let's go down here. Let's do this. Be seeing you. Wee, Silithus. Yo, Silithus, for as much hate as Silithus gets, like, I don't think it's a bad zone. It's just kind of a boring zone. But I think it looks cool. Like, you have all these crystals all over. Is this like obsidian or something? I actually don't even know what these are made out of. I just don't really like the bugs and stuff either, but I think they're interesting. Twilight posts. There we go. All right, let's go up to Fairless. So yeah, speaking of which, I've actually really enjoyed making my fun, stupid tier lists. Like, that's been a lot of fun doing things like, which cities would I want to live in real life or not live in? Or, you know, which WoW races would I want to live next to in real life? Or, what else did I do? Which zones would I want to visit in real life? I did a lot of those. Like, what class would I want to be in real life? I did rank everything in WoW that needs an update. That was another fun one. I've just been having a lot of fun thinking up really dumb, stupid tier lists. That's what I'm all about, man. Just dumb, stupid fun, and just exploring stuff in the game. And you know, I mean, even going back to my old WoW machinimas, it was just all about either making fun of the community. That was always a great time. Yo, I leveled again. This is getting crazy. I unlocked hero talents. Mamma mia. Give me the pack leader. Yeah, I mean, you end up getting all these anyway, so doesn't really matter which one I take. Master's Call. What is that? That's an ability I don't use. Oh, it even tells you, like, don't worry, you'll learn all these talents by level 90. I'll just take that one. All right. We gotta go this way. All right. But again, at the same time, there's plenty of things I love about retail WoW. I love collecting. I love the amount of content. I do love that there's a lot of things that don't require as much friction or effort in them. I will say, and I mentioned this in the video too, one of my least favorite parts about retail WoW is sometimes it just feels like I'm logging in to do my checklist. And it's not that's not like an inherently bad thing, but that it really does kind of pull you out of the game and the immersion. And it adds like an element of just like, like you're going to work or something. You're like, I got to do my daily, I got to do my weeklies, that I do this thing, that I get my currency, that I do all the right. And I think I like when that's more of a personal thing that you do. Like, for example, if you play, you know, classic WoW, you might still have things you need to do, but you kind of create that list in your head. It almost reminds me of like doing a quest. Also, what is this? I don't even know what this is. is this? It's just like a corrupted moonwell with some totem stuff near it. I haven't even seen a totem that looks like this before. Look at this thing. That's actually pretty cool. I've genuinely never seen a thing that looks like this in the game. Like, is this just in a... Is this in Fell... Or not Fellwood. Is this in Feralus? Maybe it is in Fellwood, actually. Yo, what the heck? And it's kind of like one of those scales, you know, where, like, the one goes down and then one goes, like... Whoop, whoop. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. I think it's just supposed to be for holding torches or rocks or whatever. That's pretty neat. Yo, I might have to put this in a pointless top 10. And there's a banner there. For a dragon thing or something? I don't know. But... Oh yeah, it's kind of like when you do a quest, right? It almost feels like when you do some of these things for a quest, it like in classic WoW, it's like go kill 10. Well, that's not really my point. It would kind of be like if you went and just grinded mobs just to grind mobs, and you're like, okay, I'm just grinding mobs, whatever. But then if you get like a quest that's like, hey, go kill these mobs because Old Man Jenkins' farm is getting destroyed and you got to help him out, and you're like, okay, like it gives you some sort of meaning to do that quest or that grinding. Like you're doing the same grinding, but it gives you purpose behind the grind, is what I'm kind of saying. And sometimes when I log into retail WoW, it almost feels like I have no purpose behind what I'm doing. And that's just how I feel sometimes. Like it almost just feels like I'm just logging in to log in and do this thing. If anything makes me log in, it's usually to like get mounts or pets or that type of thing. Okay, there we go. But I mean, retail WoW for me is like all about collecting stuff and, you know, trying the new raids and some of the new content and then being like, whatever. But here's the other thing, all right? I'm in like full rant mode now. Some people act like you need to play WoW nonstop for it to be a good game, and I absolutely disagree with that. There's been so many times in my days of playing World of Warcraft where I've just stopped playing. I mean, back in the day with like classic WoW, like back in 2005, 2006, I like stopped playing WoW for months. I was playing Star Wars Galaxies. I was playing Battlefield 1942. I was playing all these other games. So like people act like, oh, nobody's playing WoW right now, it's dead. It's like, no. People are just doing other stuff and then they'll come back when there's new content to be had. And I get what they're doing now. Like they're on that fast pace content release schedule, right? But at the same time, I kind of like when there's downtime. I get it from their perspective because they don't want downtime. They want you to always be playing the game. But I think sometimes it's better to have that downtime and kind of go do other stuff. There's other games to play. There's millions of other games to play at this point. And then to like come back with like a rejuvenated attitude and like, yo, let's see what happened. Like what changed, what got updated, you know? And I think that actually keeps your perspective fresh. And I think sometimes when they try to keep you playing and they're just like, here's another grind, here's another grind, here's another grind, right? Like go play tic-tac-toe. It's just like, I hit a point where I'm like, oh, I don't think I care. Like, I'd rather just go do something else and then I'll come back later. And I'm sure there's people that don't feel that way. There's probably people who love logging in every day, and that's fine. I'm not trying to like put you down or be like, oh, that's wrong. It's just, I'm kind of just saying it from my perspective. Like, I enjoy having that time to breathe and kind of be like, okay, I experienced a lot of stuff and now I move on. And I'll come back when there's more new content added. And I think by speeding that up and focusing on quantity over quality, it kind of makes that just feel worse because they're just like, here's some stuff to do. Like that, and it feels like there's less thought and effort put into it than there would have been if they would have taken more time on it. So no. Anyway, I'm in Sunrock, I'm in Stone Talon Mountains. All right, here we go. Down here. But that's kind of the fun part for me for doing things like pointless top 10 is no matter what state of the game or no matter what the state of the game is, I always I can always just fly around and look at stuff. You know, like I can always fly around and be like, "Hey, remember this thing? That's pretty cool." Right? Like, it doesn't matter what the current mechanics are. Wait, did I level up again? I don't think I leveled up. Oh, I became a Cromgar General. Excellent. I am now a Cromgar General. Or I got the Bonfire's Blessing. It's one or the other. They gave me something. Let's go to Ashenvale here. Whee! But yeah, I think you get what I mean. All right, over this way. Oh, down we go. Oh, we're in the. These are always some of my favorite areas of Ashenvale. Not even in particular like retail or classic, but just this kind of area in general, where you had like the big night elf trees, and then you have like the little like back roads area. I don't know. Do they still have the back roads area? There used to be. Or no, Astro. Oh wait, I think of the area over here where you're horde. Hold on. I need to see if this is like a thing still, or if it's destroyed. Let's see. So you'd go over here, right? And you were a horde player. And you would go to Astronar. And you'd be like, oh no, Astronar, I can't go through there. And there would be like a dirt path or something here, right? Like you would go down. Is it this way? Maybe it's just this. Right, you would kind of go down this way. And then you would go, like, all around here. Yeah, okay. It is this. Yeah, and you'd have to, like, get through the spiders and stuff. And you're like, oh, geez, this is scary. I always thought that was really cool. Right, it was like, oh, if you're a horde and you want to get through Astronar, you can't. You have to go all the way around through this dangerous territory with, like, all these wild animals, like spiders and bears and stuff like that. And then, you know, before you know it, you make it to this part and you can go up the little road here and keep going. But I always thought that was cool when they had those little hidden back road things. Also, there's another large statue of a night elf woman. I think that's the same one they put in Azshara I was talking about earlier. Maybe that was different. I don't know. There's definitely some Azshara statues out there that I know about from just flying around the zone looking at stuff. All right, here we go. But yeah, that's why I love just flying around looking at stuff. Like again, that's the entire reason I made that WoW immersion video, is because I just love being immersed in this world. Like I love being immersed in just the World of Warcraft in general, because it's for nearly 20 years it's definitely been my favorite game. And there's plenty of games I've loved over that time that I've played a ton of, but WoW is just like, it is the game. It's probably my favorite game of all time. I mean, I would rank it as my favorite game of all time. If I could only play one game for the rest of my life, it would definitely be WoW. Because I mean, there's also various variations of it, right? You can play in so many different ways, so many different time periods. It's just a fantastic game. Also, look at this. There's like a Kodo cart that died here, and then looks like this guy got shot by a flaming fell arrow, and then it looks like they also hit the Kodo with some arrows. Then his eyes are glowing with like this fell fire. That's actually pretty cool. I never even noticed this. Dude, this is another thing. Look at that. I never noticed this. I don't even know if this is in Classic or if they added this in Retail. Interesting. All right. Let's keep going. Whee! Warsong Lumber Camp. Yo, and I've been playing through Warcraft 3 on my my twitch.tv/Crendor stream channel, and I've been uploading all the VODs to the youtube.com/Crendor VODs channel if you missed any of those, or you just want to see me play through Warcraft 3 or something. Because I played through Warcraft 3 on this channel, I want to say like 12 years ago or something. It was a while ago, and so I was like, I should play through it again. It'd be fun. And so I've been doing that, and I'm about to start the final Arthas campaign. I just completed the Blood Elf one, and it's been really interesting, like, playing through it, especially with a, let's say, like, an older perspective, right? Like, especially after all the lore that's happened over these years and stuff like that, and kind of just going through, like, man, it's pretty cool to see again. I always thought it was funny too, because the amount of people at this point that are always like, can we go back to putting the war in Warcraft, like orcs versus humans and stuff? But at the end of the first campaign and like the Reign of Chaos, it's about the orcs and the humans and the elves like joining forces and coming together and working together to defeat the Burning Legion, like the demons, which I thought was funny because I feel like if they told that story nowadays, they would just be like, of course, the humans and the orcs and the elves all come together to be big babies. Oh, that was just kind of ironic. All right, let's go up to Mount Hyjal. There's some other interesting stories here and there. I mean, I forgot that Illidan's entire story was they like let him out of his prison, and then he like drinks the skull of Manaroth or whatever, and then like fights off the undead, the scourge, like that are swarming everybody, and then they're just like, Illidan, or no, is it the Burning Legion or the Scourge? He fights off shit, and instead of being like, yo, Illidan, thanks, they're just like, what the hell's wrong with you? And I'm like, I mean, I don't know, man, like, he did save you. Like, you should be like, listen, Illidan, like, you shouldn't have turned yourself into a demon, but thanks for saving us, right? Like, they gave him, like, no appreciation. But then later they do. Later on, Malfurion's like, you saved Tyrande. Thank you, brother. And it's like, he didn't care when they, like, saved, like, the entirety of the area they were in there. But he was like, but you saved Tyrande. Now I care. I just thought that was funny. So there's just a lot of like little lore things that I forgot about playing through it again. That's been a lot of fun. There we go, do that. And then we do this one. Very good. Oh my god, I leveled again! We are soaring through the levels. This is insanity. Take this one. I will say, I really love the new talent tree. Well, it's not even a new talent tree, but the current iteration of the talent tree, I should say. Like, I really like this. I missed it for so long, and then in Dragonflight, when they brought it back, I just think it was just like a fantastic addition. And then even hero talents are pretty cool. It's kind of like, I'd say the only thing that's like, is that you end up getting them all anyway, so it's kind of like, whatever, but you're like slowly earning it. But I'd still rather have that than the way it used to be before Dragonflight with the old kind of whatever talents where you barely got any. I really enjoy the big talent trees and stuff like that now. Even like it's giving you that illusion of choice. I remember back in the day, I was like, dude, I just want the talent trees to come back. I was like, I don't even care if they give you a talent tree that's like, you leveled up, you get to pick a color, and the color means absolutely nothing. You could pick like green, blue, purple. You're just like, ooh, I'm gonna pick the color. It does literally nothing. It doesn't even change your appearance, but it's just, you get to pick a color. And it just like, it gives you that sense of reward when you level up, and you're just like, yes, nice, I get something, right? It's that, it's that feeling of progression of like, yo, hell yeah, I just got something. I gotta spend my point, or like, let's see what I got to choose from here. So, oh, this town is destroyed. Oh wait, do I have to? I think I gotta change the world back here. I think I go right here. Where are they? Oh wait, they're over here. There they are.
You need something?
Can you show me what it was like? Is this gonna do the same thing? Okay, no, we're good. I hate the Undercity one because you have to click it like 3 times to make it work. All right, there we go. Yippee! Okay, so we got that. There's nothing there. And it's pretty much all of it except for these two, and I don't I don't really care about going over there, to be honest. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna stop here. I still have to go to the grocery store, so in classic Crendor fashion, I'm gonna end this video because I have to go to the grocery store. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this Midsummer Fire Festival leveling. I'll probably do one more. I'll try to do the Eastern Kingdoms. That's usually what I do, is I do Kalimdor and then the Eastern Kingdoms. So we'll do that next time. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to watch that video I just talked about, I'll put it on the screen. Or I'll put up another video as well you can click on. Maybe the notable burning buildings and pointless top 10 I made. So thanks for watching. And Larry, you can have the final word. Okay. Okay. See ya.